Daybreak Live continues here on a Friday morning. We're talking tennis this morning, and with us is the head tennis coach at Sylacauga High School, Cindy Cleveland. Cindy, good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you with us. And Zac Hope. Zac, good morning to you, buddy.
Good morning, good morning.
Good to have you with us, and some exciting news about scholarships and all that kind of good stuff. We'll get to that in just a little bit. But Cindy, first of all, we welcome you to the show this morning. Now, you've been a tennis coach for a few years, right?
I have, and we appreciate you having us here today. This is actually number 17. So
she stayed young, ain't she, Zac?
well, I appreciate it. I wish I felt it, but I played tennis myself for Sylacauga.
Okay.
So it's good to be teaching here and playing tennis here and watching these athletes.
How did you and Zac first get together as far as tennis is concerned?
Well, Zac started playing tennis for the team in 7th grade. So you're eligible to play in 7th. And he was already taking lessons and wanted to come out. And I tell you, when he started, he was quiet, great kid, stuck with it, played again 8th grade.
How much of that is true, Zac?
All of it. It was, I was pretty quiet. I really was. That's all right, though.
So you're not too quiet right now, right?
Not anymore, no, sir.
All right. So your love for tennis, that started at an earlier age?
Yes, sir. I think last year is when I really started like working for the scholarship. Like, all right, I'm ready to go after this. But I made varsity 8th grade year. Started in 7th though. But yeah, I've been playing for that span really. Like,
so what goes into preparation as far as skill set and being in physical shape to play tennis?
You just got to get out there, practice as much as possible. You just put in the work, be dedicated, really.
Who's your family, by the way?
It's Ashley and Jody Hope.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And you don't get those grandparents?
Oh, the grandparents. It's Pam and Kenny Matchin.
They'd throw rocks at us, wouldn't you?
Oh man, they would.
And they're great, and they're a big part of this is just having the support.
Yeah.
Because Zac has great work ethic. He puts the time in. And if it's not during practice, you'll find him on the tennis court with a basket of balls practicing by himself. And so we've all got to watch him grow as an athlete and on and off the court. But his parents and grandparents have been very big part of this, the support.
So you have a personal coach, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
who's
sir.
that?
It is Ryan Coleman.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And Nick Cleveland also.
And
Yes,
Wes.
sir. And Wesley Coleman. That's the tennis pro.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Cindy, let's talk a little bit before we go any further with Zac about the tennis program at Sylacauga High School.
Sure. We have a great program. We have boys and girls teams. You're eligible to play in the 7th grade and make varsity. They play for their positions. And we try to travel everyone, even if they don't make it, so that we play some JV matches to get the experience. And we've been very, we've had great seasons. We play sectionals. Every team has to do sectional tournament. We've hosted here a few times. From sectionals, if they take the top 2 in your section to qualify for state. And we've been very, we've made it. We've made it to state almost. I would say we've had maybe 2 or 3 years, maybe hit and miss. Girls may make it, boys not. We've missed it just placing 3rd a couple of times. But so many years in my brain, I can't remember how many years Zac has made it to state. But we made it to state last year as well, and it's usually held in Mobile. So our goal, of course, every year is to place 1st or 2nd in sectionals and advance to state. And
Zac, talk about your scholarship that you just received. I know that's exciting for you.
Yes, sir. I'm very excited about it. So really how it started is we were trying to get together with them because, it was kind of late. Tennis recruiting was kind of starting to close, or not close, but their season was coming up at the time, and we had to.
They have early season signings and stuff like that, like football or stuff too?
Yes, sir. I remember one of the players, she got signed like in the summer. So, she did it really early. I was like really late to it, but really we had to go to like other like campuses. Like I did the practice or played a match for him at the University of Auburn, like tennis court, the practice courts. Like I had to go there. Like,
wow,
that's crazy. But that's the way it worked out.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So your scholarship is to Central Alabama, right?
To Coastal
Coastal.
Coastal
Yeah, all
Alabama,
right.
yes,
Tell me
sir.
a little bit about that program.
Oh, they have a great campus, good people. The sports are pretty big there, especially
Mm-hmm.
like baseball, basketball. Tennis is huge. They're number 2 in the conference right now. So they're just an all-around school, really.
Wow,
And
fantastic.
he had a couple of options, and the really neat thing with Zach is last year when he was making this decision, it was just, he really sparked this. He said, I know where I want to go. And we were like, okay, well, we're going to help do everything we can for you where? And he was like, I want to go to Coastal.
What triggered you to Coastal?
Like I said, I just really like their campus, the people and everything. Like it just really drew me in. Like it's very nice, and next to the beach also helps.
Yeah. So, Cindy, the differences in girls tennis and boys tennis, much difference at all?
Not really. We do the same practices. We have to get ready. Our off season, we don't start until January for the team practice. We did in a little fall evaluation period every Thursday night up until Thanksgiving break. We were there for 2 hours every Thursday. And in January, our season's very short. We start practice January the 8th, and that's when we can start. Our first match is January the 29th.
Oh, my goodness.
So it's a very short practice season. That's why playing out of season and
You're
year
playing
round.
tennis in January?
Absolutely. We start
Freezing
cold
very cold.
and we end hot. So we get all of the temperatures.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you have a particular time of the year you like better for tennis?
I like night tennis. Night tennis is the best. It's not too hot, not too cold, especially in the summer. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it starts to get a little cold December, January, even through February. You know.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
We're talking with Zac Hope, who just signed a scholarship, tennis scholarship at Coastal Alabama Community College. And I said, what, Bay Minette?
Bay Minette, yes, sir.
Yeah, it's a beautiful part of the state. And Cindy Cleveland, his high school coach, with us this morning as well. And you talk about tennis. And I don't know a whole lot about tennis other than watching it. But what about the tennis rackets and stuff like that? Are they costly, or how does that work for you?
They're pretty costly. They're pretty costly. Just like a generic one is up to like $300 by now.
Oh, wow.
Yes, sir.
Well, plus you have to, the stringing is separate.
Oh, yeah.
There's lots of things that people don't realize that go with it, especially as you advance as a player. You want particular strings, you want particular
Right.
weight, you want, there's different kinds of strings.
There's a lot that goes into it.
A lot that goes into it.
Yeah, wow. So you like more singles or doubles or what?
I could really play them all, but I think singles has always been my strong suit. Yes, sir. But I've grown to like doubles a little bit more, like, playing a little bit more aggressive. I think that's helped me.
That's helped him a lot.
How fast does a tennis ball come off a racket?
That would depend on like what the shot is. I think like a serve maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know how fast mine is. I haven't really tracked it yet, but I like to say it's somewhere in like the high 80s.
Wow.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
You hit by a tennis ball going that fast.
Oh, absolutely. And Zach's a left-handed player, which is another added bonus because
Right.
people don't realize the ball comes back a little different. The angles are different if you're used to playing a right-handed player. So, left-handed players always, to me, have had a little bit of an advantage just because it's different.
Yeah.
And one thing about Zach's game is that his pace of the ball has improved over the years. And like
Explain
he
the pace of the ball.
said, the pace is how fast he's hitting it. And
Okay.
it's not, you don't have to win matches by how fast you hit, but the power behind your strokes. And he's come a long way with that to where now it'll make you kind of move back from the net because the power and the pace that it's coming much faster.
Yeah.
A beginner player, the ball's going to go a lot slower. But as you advance, the speed of the ball increases.
So, Zach, in the summertime, when it's very, very hot, how do you hydrate and stuff like that?
Oh, you gotta. A lot of water. I like the IV in the bottles. I played a bunch of tournaments over the summer, maybe about 8, 9, maybe even 10 tournaments this summer. So I had to really stay hydrated over the summer.
Wow, fantastic. We appreciate both of you being here this morning, and we're talking high school tennis. Cindy, how young can people start playing tennis?
Well, you can start taking lessons with our rec center with Wesley Coleman as early as 3, 4 years old.
my
I know
goodness.
we've had a couple of 3-year-olds that have started before when Randy Carter was still the tennis pro. But yeah, the earlier do you start, you know, the better if you stick with it, because you're going to get the fundamentals under your belt, and then you can start really pinpointing strategies, because there are strategies to this game.
Yeah.
And
Zac, when did you started talking about scholarship maybe a year or two ago, but in tennis, how young did you start?
So I think I started in about 6th grade, like when I was in 6th grade. I wasn't on the team yet, but I started taking lessons then. Yes, sir.
What got you interested in tennis?
Well, my mom played, and my sister played on the team also at the time, so I got to play on the team with her while she was here. But
That's cool.
she's graduating now,
Yeah.
University of Alabama.
Yep.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
he would be at the matches to watch sister.
Speaking of matches, we have a good many matches here at our tennis courts here in Sylacauga too.
We do. We do. Our first home match is February the 2nd. So our first match in January is away, but we play here at our local courts. That's our home turf, our home courts.
So, Zac, you'll start at Coastal when?
In the fall of 2024. Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir.
And so you got a season left here with the high school, right?
I do. I'm very excited for it to start.
All right. So you made the sectionals last year, right?
We did. And Zac actually won. He
did.
won at number
Where'd it
1.
go?
Yes, sir.
So he was our number 1 player, and like I said, they play for their position. And then at each position, you play other schools at that. So Zac plays the best of the best at every school.
So how do you prep for a match?
I would just stay hydrated, get mentally ready for it pretty much. Like, you got to go in with a winning attitude,
And I will say, and to be coachable. Zac is, when he is maybe not in the lead of the match, he's not ahead. He's not one to really get down on himself. You don't see the body language go. He doesn't give up. He's got the fight.
So how do you come back when you're behind?
You just like the mental game, you just got to come back, get in their head, Yes, sir.
Wow, fantastic. I tell you, we're honored to have Zac with us this morning. He just agreed to a scholarship with Coastal Alabama Community College, and you've already signed the letter of intent, right?
I did.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about that day.
It was great, really. I got to go in the SHS library and just sign.
Were you nervous?
Oh yeah. I was very nervous. Yes, sir. I was very nervous. Well, that was we were supposed to do it in the SHS library, but then something came up and we had to do it the next day. And I was pretty much signing at a basketball game. Like people were coming in for the basketball
wow.
game. We were getting swarmed by people, taking pictures behind like a billboard and everything. It was great.
And Coach Allen he was able to make it to that.
He did.
So,
Yeah.
and that's great too.
Yes, yes.
So Coach Allen is the
He's the
tennis coach?
Coastal.
He is the Coastal
Okay,
head coach. Yes,
okay.
sir.
So as a freshman going in to Coastal, do you play right away?
I'm hoping to. I'm hoping to get in their starting lineup. Maybe not too high because they got really good competition over there. But I'm gonna do the best I can. Get in the lineup.
So do girls and boys play mixed tennis?
We
or-
don't. We practice that way
Okay.
some because some of the girls need to practice with the boys. We have some
They're
girls that
pretty
can
good.
hit very
Yeah.
good, and we practice together. But the match play is separate.
Yeah. Okay. So give me a highlight of your career at Sylacauga so far.
I've just been playing since 8th grade, varsity.
Tell me a
and
match that
a match.
sticks in your mind.
I know
Oh,
one.
I think that Hewitt Trustful
That's
was
what
a
I was
big
gonna
one.
say.
Hewitt Trustful, I actually won against Hewitt
Hey.
Trustful. Yes, sir. That was, I think they're 7A, right? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They're really good. Really
Yeah.
good.
So 5A and 7A.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Yeah. Way to go.
And he pulled that one out.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
So, Cindy, encourage moms and dads and grandmothers and granddaddies to get their kids involved in the tennis program.
Oh, absolutely. The more, the merrier. We don't turn anyone away for tennis. So if it's something that they're interested in, and it's a sport you can play the rest of your life.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
still play. I cannot hang with these guys anymore, but I still play and enjoy it because it's a sport you can play forever. There's senior leagues, so it's a great
So,
sport.
Zac, who's your go-to person when you just need to bounce something off of somebody tennis related?
All my coaches, really. They always know how to answer my questions. If I'm doing something wrong, they can fix it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Well, apparently you're doing a lot of things right.
He
And
is.
so, Cindy, how many kids have we gotten through the high school that's gone on in the next level? Do you know?
I think we've had 5 over my time here. 5 that have gone on to play either junior college or college level. And all of them, I'm still in touch with a lot of our players, our former players, and a lot of them still play. So again, it's the benefit of tennis. You don't have to have but one other person with you, and you can still play doubles and singles, even when you're getting older. So.
Zach, how important is it hand-eye coordination in tennis?
Oh, it's big. I've missed the ball a couple times. I really
We all
have.
have.
Oh, we all have. It's funny, but yeah, I'd say it's definitely very important. Yes, sir.
So now I've seen in professional tennis where, you know, Wimbledon or something like that, where the players actually go over and they shake the hands of, I don't know if it's, if you call them referees or what do you call them?
The chair umpires.
Yes,
And
yes.
in high school, we do not have that. So
Okay.
that's another thing that's interesting about tennis. You know, not only are you having to try to win a match, but these players have a lot that they're having to keep up with. They have to call their own lines. There's no umpires.
wow.
There's
Yes,
no
sir.
referee like other sports. So it's an honor system. So it teaches a lot of characteristics as well of building your character because
Oh, yeah. Oh,
you've
yeah.
got to call your own line. The coaches, we can't interfere
Right.
with a match. We can talk to them on changeovers, which is every odd game, and we get 90 seconds. So a lot of
90
it's just
seconds.
90 seconds.
Wow.
Mistaken.
A lot of it's up to the players to make sure, and it's an etiquette. You know, it's not screaming like we want to do at football games. It's you know, tennis and golf are a little more
Yes,
laid back,
yeah,
quiet.
I'm trying to think of the more the professionalism of it, you know.
Right, and we say there's a lot of tennis etiquette, and at the end of the match, no matter what's happened during the match, there's always going to have to be someone that doesn't win,
Yeah.
but they shake hands at the end of the match. You
How
go
does
and
it
you
feel
shake your
with
opponent.
somebody that, I mean, I'm sure you've lost some matches as
Yes,
well.
sir.
How does that feel too?
Oh, it doesn't feel good, but at the end of the day, you just go up, shake their hand, and move on.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, keep moving on.
And keep moving on. Yes,
absolutely.
sir.
And go to Coastal Alabama Community College, and I know you'll make Sylacauga and Talladega County proud. And Cindy, thank you for coming by this morning as well, and keep up the good work.
Thank you very much.
you.
Thanks for having
Thank
us.
you.
Merry Christmas to all of you guys, and hope that things go well for your family during the Christmas season. Cindy Cleveland, the head tennis coach at Sylacauga High School, and Zac Hope, who he's a senior, right?
Yes, sir.
And he will be heading to Coastal Alabama Community College next fall to play tennis. Got a season ahead here in Sylacauga as well. Got much more Daybreak to go. Don't go away.